Algorand on the daily chart. Last time I made a video on this on the 28th of September. I'm going to go there real quick and go through this video. Taking a quick look at Algorand on the daily chart. We had a nice pullback over here. I'm going to look for some 𝗪𝗔 support by observing the pullbacks in the chart's history. We got a dollar pullback right here. Also $1.01 pullback. I'm going to use these as potential 𝗪𝗔 support. First, I'm going to use my trend-based fib extension, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low, projecting to that new recent high. One more time, pivot high, pivot low, projecting to that new recent high. The third price relations can be found using the swings in the same direction, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low, pivot high. I can also use my Fibonacci retracements, clicking from that pivot low to pivot high. We do have a 618 retracement slightly below that cluster of 𝗪𝗔 support. Zooming in on the hourly chart, price is trading below that 200 moving average. It is putting a series of higher lows. We want to make sure price gets up above here, continues a series of higher highs and higher lows before going long with a correct position sizing, but you gotta set your stop below this cluster of support. Coming back to this chart, we can see that price did come back into that three price relationship and start to bounce out of it on a 15-minute time frame, and since then it continued to push up through a series of higher highs and higher lows. Now I'm going to jump down to an hourly chart. Let's just say you missed my video over here on the 28th or the 27th, but now you're over here and you're willing to risk from this area down to this area. This is still $1.86 per coin, so you can position size correctly. I want to jump down to an hourly chart real quick. If we take on the hourly, we are putting in a series of higher lows, but we want to make sure it gets up above that 200 moving average on the hourly chart. And from there, you will definitely get a trigger to go long on the 15-minute time frame where the 8 crosses against the 34 to the upside. Jumping back out on the daily chart, if you get trigger on that 15-minute time frame, price is trading above the 200 moving average on the hourly chart, and you want to set your stop below this cluster. It's the same pivot low that we had back in September. Another way we can look at this is looking at, can we find a three price relationship against this zone? I'm going to remove that Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to start to map out some potential 𝗪𝗔 supports against this area. This area stood out for me, and also this area. I'm going to start using my trend-based fib extension, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low, pivot high. That's my first price relationship. One more time, pivot high, pivot low, pivot high. That's my second. And I can use my Fibonacci retracements, clicking from that pivot low to that pivot high to see anything that could match up with that two areas of 𝗪𝗔 support. I do have a 786. So if you don't want to use the risk from this area of where it's trading right now all the way back down to here, you can use it from that area and down to this area. It's up to you. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but you just got to repeat the same trading pattern, trading plan over and over again. If you'd like to learn how to find high probability setups using Fibonacci analysis, check out my course in the descriptions below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe now, hit that notification button. Our first goal is 1,000 subs. We go over cryptocurrencies as well as US equities. Love to hear from you in the comments area, and I'll talk to you soon.